Nothing in this recording is intended as investment advice, and the people in this recording may hold positions in the companies they talk about. Do not make any investment based solely on a tip or recommendation. Please do your own research.
Hello and welcome to Zak's Traders Cafe. Today I'm joined by Dr. Tom Becker, who's President and CEO at Iofina. How are you today, Tom?
Hi, Zach. How are you?
Right, we're speaking in the wake of your final results. Most of the metrics seem to be positive, and you seem quite upbeat, especially with the record revenues for the seventh straight year, which I suppose is an achievement, a decent achievement. But what are the highlights for you?
Yeah, I would agree that that $54.5 million of revenue, which 7 years in a row that we're increasing. We also had record iodine production at over 634 metric tons of our crystalline iodine. We continue to build new plants. We had solid EBITDA at over $7.6 million. So very pleased with how last year went, and I think 2025 looks even better.
You've got the record revenues, etc. But I suppose there may be some in the market wondering how Iofina is going to take itself to the next level, whatever that level is.
Yeah, well, we continue to build new plants. A number of years ago, we had the goal of doubling our iodine production. That looks to be the case in about the next year or two from where we were in 2021. We've been building our iodine plants out in the state of Oklahoma using brine water that's a waste product from oil and gas production to produce our crystalline iodine. And we've been putting in plants IO9, IO10 in the last 2 years. We're in construction of IO number 11. We intend to keep building these plants and potentially even larger facilities.
Right. I suppose the other point is that one of the paragraphs in your RNS yesterday was investing for growth. You've got a robust balance sheet and you've increased your cash position as well. Do you have the cash to grow and develop the business or the businesses?
So we've been building our plants through cash. As we continue our growth policy, we do have a line of credit specifically for capital improvements, and those are the ISOR plants that we'll be doing in the future. So we will likely get into some of that line of credit, but we're very confident that we can execute our growth plan from the facilities that we have in place currently.
So, I mean, isn't that quite a unique situation that you've got a company which is almost like a perpetual motion machine in terms of its growth? It's growing via its own earnings, income, and profits.
Well, I think what we're doing is we're growing prudently. We're growing more rapidly than we have in the past. But we have learned lessons from the past that if we grow too rapidly, we can get ourselves in trouble. We have a strong balance sheet now. Frankly, the iodine market is in a good spot for us that we've been able to be more profitable. And, by being able to fund these plants and not getting upside down in debt or anything like that is a good business plan. It's something we're very proud of that we've done. We've been able to control costs as much as we possibly can. And we're going to continue this growth plan of at least a plan a year in the foreseeable future.
Obviously, there's a lot of companies moaning and groaning about both the geopolitical situation, which is obviously on edge, but also President Trump and his tariff activities. Are you affected by that positively, negatively, or not at all?
We've been pretty proactive with respect to our supply chain for raw materials that we use into our facility. We've done a good job of protecting ourselves from being too dependent on any Chinese sources. But as you and everybody else knows, these tariff situations can change week to week, day to day, potentially even hour to hour. So we continue to run the business as we have been in a normalized situation. We haven't been really affected positively or negatively so far by tariffs. There might be a few raw materials that we're looking to sources from different areas of the world, but there's also some potentials of some products that we sell that might be tariffed from other countries. So right now it's a little bit too early to tell, Zach, but I think right now tariffs for us as a business haven't been a material factor thus far.
I think I told you previously, I've been aware of your company for, I think, decades. Do you think that the market is finally appreciating you after, this extended period and understanding the business and the value there?
It's always a tough question of whether the market appreciates us. I think if the market appreciated us as much as it probably should, I think our stock price would be higher than it is today. We're trying to get our message out about the growth of our company, how we run our business, how a unique kind of business we are. We're going to continue to grow the company in order to make it a bigger and better business and keep getting that message out to the market so it will be recognized as it should be.
Well, we look forward to hearing more from you. Obviously, I speak to you on all the major news events. But in the meantime, Dr. Tom Becker, CEO at Iofina, thank you very much indeed.
Thanks, Zach.